Hello guys, this is your boy Coach Klinger here. Come here to talk to you about some health and fitness. And I want to talk to you about a few things. First and foremost, let me tell you some things about myself and what I have achieved and what I've done and how long I've been doing this. First and foremost, I've been doing health and fitness for about 21 years. Okay, I'm a certified personal trainer. I am a men's physique competitive bodybuilder. I am also a first place champion in my class for the Maryland Gladiator competition that I did. The lowest I've ever placed in a competition was second place. A lot of that also could be argued that I also, won those competitions. That's fine. I placed second in an overall competition where there was 100 athletes. I'm actually pretty proud about that one as well. My first competitive show, I placed second. That was one that I arguably won as well, but that's fine. Hey, I'll take second. I'm not going to complain about that. I'll take my place. I also have done guest posing before for a professional wrestling company at one point. That kind of was my debut into the bodybuilding, industry back in 2016. So I'm going to get to the point here, okay, that I want to talk about, okay, and it's really, kind of it's been irritating me a little bit. And I don't like when people, slander other people. It's about this Mario guy, this Coach Mario, whatever you want to call him. I'm sure you guys have heard about him. He literally goes all over YouTube, social media, slandering, bodybuilders, calling us pussies, we train lazy, we're mentally ill. He recently, slandered a very well-known fitness icon in the industry known as Coach Gregg Doucette, who's also a bodybuilder, a very well knowledgeable bodybuilder. Do I agree with everything that Coach Gregg, says? Not necessarily, but I agree with about 95% of it actually. So 95% as opposed to this Mario guy. I think I'm going to side with Coach Gregg on the whole situation. But let me give my input and my thoughts about, what, this man said about us bodybuilders and what I feel, or my opinions, I should say, about today's bodybuilding. Okay, first and foremost, okay, there are some things that this Mario guy says I do agree with, okay? I agree that the way that bodybuilding is now could be a lot different? Absolutely. I feel like these guys are on way too much gear. I feel like they are basically, ticking time bomb, getting ready, to croak at any minute. So yes, I do believe that the open bodybuilding division could, use a lot of work. I really do. But here's the thing, okay? There are other bodybuilding divisions out there that I feel that are, in the making of potentially saving the sport of bodybuilding, like the classic division, which I'm a pretty big fan of the classic division. I still feel like there's some flaws with that division too, because I still feel like, the amounts of gear that those guys are on still a little bit, much. But remember whenever I said, guys, I'm a men's physique competitive bodybuilder. I really, have high hopes for that division of the sport. I believe that, that, particular division and that particular physique can be obtained not only, naturally, but healthy. Bodybuilding was developed to be a healthy sport, okay? It was put there to, help, with, boosting your confidence, making you, have a better quality of life, because bodybuilding is a lifestyle, guys, okay? I always, with my clients that I train, I always, when people ask me, what diet are you going to put me on? I'm like, I'm not going to put you on a diet. I'm going to put you on a lifestyle, okay? Because diets are temporary, okay? Diets are temporary, okay? Lifestyle is permanent, okay? And, as far as the whole, comments about him, him making about us being mentally ill, us training lazy, us, training half-assed or whatever, he is absolutely wrong. I don't think he's done his homework completely on bodybuilding. I mean, either that or he tried to do the sport and he failed miserably at it. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I believe that this guy has a lot of hate for bodybuilding because something must have happened, okay? I don't know what happened, okay? And I have paid attention to a good bit of his content because, I mean, I follow, the health and fitness community, okay? So I like to, keep up to date on things, and, I'm like a sponge, I don't try to come off like I know everything, but I have a lot of knowledge and I have a lot of experience in this field. Like I said, I've been doing it a long time, and a lot of the comments that he's making are just not true. Saying that us bodybuilders don't train hard, like, I beg to differ, because I trained my ass off for every single show, competition, you name it, okay? I couldn't give any ounce any more to it, okay? Not to mention, okay, you're doing the most counterproductive thing whenever you're preparing for a bodybuilding show. You're trying to literally maintain the muscle mass that you achieved during an off season while bulking up, trying to put on muscle, and then get really, really shredded and lean to single digit body fat, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been in single digit body fat, but if anybody ever tells you that they feel great on single digit body fat, they have never been at single digit body fat. I'm here to tell you, I felt like shit, but I was always taught, as far as bodybuilding, if I wasn't feeling miserable before the show, I was not doing it right. And I learned that from trial and error, okay? And also the training, okay? Have you ever heard of bodybuilders like Dorian Yates, Tom Platz, Ronnie Coleman? Those three come to mind, as well as Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? Now, do I agree with all of their training philosophies? Not necessarily, okay? Like, for example, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he trained 6 days a week, 5 hours a day. That's considered overtraining in my eyes, okay? But he trained his ass off, okay? He's a 7-time Mr. Olympian for a reason, okay? Dorian Yates, okay? He's a 6-time Mr. Olympian, okay? He's the guy that kind of started the whole mass monster, trend and the whole thing that's going on right now. But I feel like he did it right. His training philosophy was, amazing. I loved it, and I love like how he used analogies as far as how he compared, certain things to like training and like as far as recovery. He only trained 4 hours, I believe, a week. So it's like he was doing like 45-minute workouts, but they were really intense. High intensity training was what he did whenever he was preparing for his 6 Mr. Olympias that he won. Also, Ronnie Coleman is another guy that trained like really hard, and he trained his ass off as well. I mean, the guy was squatting 800 pounds. Do I think that was smart of him to do right before a bodybuilding show? No, not at all. Like I said, guys, whenever you're in, okay, or whenever you're peaking, for a competition, okay, when you're in that peak state, okay, you are at your weakest, okay? You are lacking a lot of carbs in your diet because whenever you're trying to get really lean for a show, you lower your carb intake, okay? And I love being in the off season because my workouts are amazing because I always I take in more carbs than I do protein actually, just so I have the the energy to get through my workouts. Okay, now you try doing that before a show. Okay, I want you to just think about that for a second. Okay, I don't think this guy has ever prepared for a show, and if he has, he never did it properly. Okay. Try training, okay, whenever you're in a calorie deficit, okay, you're taking in, next to none of any carbs, all right? Obviously, I'm taking in high protein. I take more protein whenever I'm cutting. Now, put that in perspective, okay? I want you at 3% body fat, which is what I got down to, okay, for my first place win. I was miserable. Not to mention the bottoms of my feet had no fat cushion anymore because like I was that lean. Okay. Do I think like as far as like the open bodybuilding division needs a lot of work? Absolutely. I feel like there needs to be something said, and there needs to be something done about it, because it's just better for our athletes, okay, that are doing these competitions, because like I feel like now that we're on this mass monster trend, I feel like once Dorian did what he did, and then Ronnie Coleman came into the picture, I feel like after that, that's when bodybuilding kind of took its turn, and even the quality of the physiques are not the same. Do I agree that the physiques in today's bodybuilding are insane and not something that just a regular person wants to achieve? Absolutely. Can you achieve those type of results naturally? No. Okay. But I'm here to tell you, okay, there is such thing as natural bodybuilding, okay? By the way, guys, I was beating my competitors that were on steroids, okay? Now, I'm in the men's physique, okay, division, okay? That is literally the smallest of the small, okay? So, you're not gonna tell me that I can't achieve, the results that I achieve without steroids, okay? Because, anybody can get really shredded, okay? That is simple, okay? Getting shredded is simple. You just gotta have the mindset and you gotta have the willpower, okay? That's also a bigger thing that I need to talk about. Do you realize how difficult a bodybuilder's diet is? It's insane, okay? That right there is torture alone, let alone the training. We train till it hurts. We train till beyond failure, okay, a lot of times. I believe in, training, going beyond failure, okay? Now, do I do that all the time? Absolutely not, okay? Because I believe in having, certain phases where I train accordingly to how my body feels, okay? But to say that we don't do, or to say that we train lazy and that we are like, lazy at what we do, you are absolutely wrong. I don't know why you hate on body, building the way you do, but like the way that you advertise things, it's so arrogant, okay? Like you're disrespectful, okay? And you literally defend your arrogance. You defend your arrogance, okay? It's not that, some of us don't agree with what you're saying, okay? We absolutely, agree to an extent with what you're saying, okay? I'm not saying that you're wrong about certain things, but to say that, Coach Gregg, a guy that's literally been in the business for years, longer than probably you've been alive, okay, is arrogance, okay? And if I, like I said, I've been watching Coach Gregg now for a while, okay? I don't think he's butthurt. I just think he's just amazed and probably, he finds it, humorful that you put him in one of your videos to try to slander, the bodybuilding community, okay? Here's the thing, okay? You're saying that us bodybuilders don't know shit whenever it comes to health and fitness. Actually, that's why I think that makes us actually experts, actually. We know the human body better than most people, actually. We know how the muscle fibers work. We know literally what we're working. We know, like, that's my thing, okay? Any good bodybuilder, okay, should know, okay, this exercise works this muscle, okay, so I'm gonna do that, okay, so I can, work that so I can, build it to its potential, okay? And you're saying that we don't know how to do that. But let me ask you this, okay? Why? Okay, let's disregard, okay, the steroids, okay? Because there's guys out there that that do bodybuilding without steroids, okay, and their physiques, okay, look phenomenal, and it's because they do, bodybuilding, lifestyle workouts. Okay, they're not, doing these crazy, workouts that I see like a lot of, of these fitness influencers do. And I mean, I'm not saying that everything that you're, trying to, promote is wrong, but you are dead wrong when it comes to a bodybuilder, being, you know, illiterate to training, exercise kinesiology, and science, okay, along with nutrition, okay? We literally, okay, live and breathe that, okay? We know what we're talking about, okay? And here's the thing, okay? We're not getting on you and trying to like hurt your feelings, because of what you're, trying to promote. We are literally, we're coming back and at you because of the derogatory comments that you make about us. You literally slander, people. Let's not get started on, that video I seen about women. Okay, I couldn't believe that I seen that one video that you did when it came to about like, I think it was about testosterone, okay? About like you need to have a different woman, all the time if you want to, get better results, like something like that. I'll have to go back through and watch it. I'm sure though if you watch this video, you're going to make a derogatory video about me or something like that. Maybe you won't. I'm prepared for it, you know what I mean? I did this video because I'm literally tired of seeing you slandering bodybuilding and whenever you have no idea what you're talking about. You've never prepared for a show. You've never tried, to even approach bodybuilding, I think. And as far as martial arts, I've been in martial arts since I was a kid. And I went to monk school, so I know a lot about that kind of stuff too, as far as the type of training. And I'm a very firm believer in, keeping flexible as well. So like, I agree with you on that aspect of things, but you make it seem like us bodybuilders, don't do other things, okay? We do other things. You just don't see the bigger picture, and you have not done your absolute 110% research on bodybuilding, okay? So with that note, okay, all I'm saying is, okay, when you're doing these videos, okay, I get what you're trying to do. Okay, if you're trying to, expose the fitness matrix, expose the ones that are literally lying, okay? Literally lying, okay? Like for example, Liver King, okay? Liver King is a good example of somebody that's lying, okay? Like he's been lying since day one. He got exposed about his steroid usage, okay? And now he's claiming that he went full natural. He's definitely not natural. He wasn't natural then, he's not natural now. And as far as what's the other guy? I think his name is I forget his name. I think it's V-Shred. That's his name. That's another guy that needs to be exposed. Okay, giving misguided information. Okay, the guys and here's the thing. Okay, a lot of the bodybuilders, okay, that are on steroids, at least the ones that have dignity and are humble and are honest, they're at least open, okay, about their steroid usage, okay, and about what they did, okay, and they're not trying to say, oh, do this, do that, and do that, and you'll look like me, without telling them that. There are some good ones left, okay, so you were literally putting, the whole bodybuilding community, you're putting them in a shambles because you didn't do your homework, okay? You don't know what you're talking about, okay? You don't, okay? And I'm confident whenever I say that. Go ahead, talk bad about me. That's fine. You can do that. I'm gonna tell you what, you're not gonna have a good comeback. You're not. And I mean that. Because I'm sure Coach Gregg is going to, side with me. I mean, I know I'm just kind of a small town, public figure, where I'm from. But I know that if this video reaches the right people, they're going to agree with me. on that note, okay, we need to wake this Mario guy up. Let's wake this guy up and, let him know that we're not going to stand, here and, take these insults. And, he says that, we're crying, and we're getting all bent out of shape because we're, you're saying all these things about us, but yet whenever we do it like Coach Gregg, you're doing the same thing, okay? Come on now. Let's get real, okay? And if you want to get real, comment, message me. Let's talk. Let's have a healthy conversation, okay? Because I'm here to tell you, not all bodybuilders are bad. On that note, thank you guys for listening. I hope this was somewhat educational for you. I hope this video reaches the right people, and I hope it kind of exposes some of the benefits of bodybuilding. And yes, I wanted to kind of expose some of the the flaws in bodybuilding as well, because I do believe there's some things that do need fixed about it. But not all bodybuilders are bad. And the good bodybuilders, okay, that are out there, they train their ass off. Okay, they're not lazy. There's nothing lazy about it. Okay, it's a lifestyle, and I'm here to tell you, I literally gave my 110%, and I couldn't give any more. I nearly died for my sport. Okay, and you'll probably make a comment about that because I said I nearly died for my sport, but that's because I literally gave everything I had. Think about that. If we're that much of a pussy, think about that. Thank you guys. Much love. Comment below. Give me your feedback. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much, and God bless.